Hello guys, welcome to another video. So this is going to be our first video for this week. So if you are new here, make sure that you subscribe and hit the bell icon. So today we are going to start with NASDAQ. So we're going to go through all the time frames, and then I'm going to tell you what I think of the structure on each time frame. Then when we get to those smaller time frames where you'll be executing, I will then tell you which direction you should be looking towards. So let's get into it. All right, so we always start with the highest time frame. So this is our monthly chart. So like it's impossible for one to say they are a trader and they only trade H1, so they don't care about the structure on the other time frames. It's going to be very difficult for you to see, have like a better view of what is happening. So it's important that you always check the other time frames, even if you don't waste a lot of time, like you don't spend a lot of time on them, but you need to check them so that you know how they look like, so that they don't compromise the structure that you have there on your execution time frame. So this is our how our monthly chart looks like, right? So if it looks like this, we can definitely see that the price went lower than it, and which means this is our support, right? And in terms of the resistance, our resistance is definitely this one here, right? So what I need you to take from this one is that we, in terms of the market structure or the trend, we are definitely trending to the downside on a larger scale, and this is our trend line. For as long as we are trending to the downside, yes, we may have those strong bullish trends in between on the other time frames and stuff like that, but for as long as we are not challenging those ones on a longer run, we don't yet have anything that we can say we're gonna buy and then exit up there. We cannot have such bold what do you call these predictions, right? So unless if the price was to go outside the bearish trend line, or it was to take out the resistance, then that's when we will say all the traffic that was there has been taken out, the bulls are kicking in, so now they've just taken out all those key structures. Then that's when you will say they have a chance of maybe continuing and taking the price all the way up there. And again, there's something very, very interesting here. Even in the previous probably 2-3 videos that we made on this chart, we kept on commenting on this to say that yes, the price, it's on a bearish trend line, and when it hits there, we had what you call this here that I marked, which is called bearish engulfing. And when you have bearish engulfing, it's a very strong reversal pattern that suggests that the bears were becoming aggressive. But now all of that could change because of what? It's like when you have a pin bar, right? If you have a bullish pin bar like this, we expect the bulls, this pressure that they used here to push and close up there or close up there, we expect them to continue at least and push to the upside. But if they allow the bears in the next candlestick to come and push lower than that tail, then it's pointless. It's like this doesn't even exist. So it's the same thing here. Because of what we had, this is our bearish engulfing. Now if the bears fail to defend their bearish trend line and defend their bearish engulfing and allow the bulls to go above that, then the bulls will have a chance to maybe push up. So we will see, but it's a very crucial area, like it's a very critical area where we are, because we are right at the trend line, we are right back at the resistance. So the bulls will really struggle to push the upside, but if they take this out, they will stand a chance. So that's all that we can say on this time frame, right? And when you go down to the weekly, you will still find more or less the same structure, because of what? We are still very much bearish on this time frame. So make sure that you subscribe there and hit the bell icon, because this type of videos, they will be very helpful when you watch them and you're trying to analyze on your own. Or if you are interested, you can also hit me up so that I get you into the lessons, and then I will teach you all these concepts from the start until the end. So this is our weekly chart, and this is how the structure looks like. So we can definitely say that in terms of the trend, the trend, we are definitely bearish, just like what we had on the monthly, right? And we are also at a very critical area like we saw on the other side, because even here we have got our resistance still up there. So we are touching the resistance and we are bearish. We are touching a bearish bearish what do you call this, trend line, which means the price could still struggle to pass there, and it could still be forced to go back. But again, there's something that the bears are also showing us, that they are not that strong like they used to. Because now, if you are going to the downside, we expect you to do this and keep on breaking the previous areas of support or the previous lows. But in this case, you did go like this, but when you came back, we don't have a new low. So this is the first sign that the bulls, the bears were they are no longer, they are losing their touch. And you look what they are doing. They allow the bulls to reject the price at the very same level where they gave them a hard time the last time they were here. The bears failed to go lower than that. They are coming back again. They're still allowing the bulls to form those bullish pin bars, and then from there the bulls, they pushed up, and last week we closed with this, which is what, another bullish pin bar, which could suggest that momentum, the same thing that I was showing you. When you have this and then the bulls break that, they tend to push up at least until the next opposing structure. In this case now, they've been pushing up nicely, but now they have run towards a very strong area of resistance and also the trend line. So anywhere from this, they will really struggle. It's very sensitive. It can push them to go back to the downside. So let's see how the daily chart looks like. So the daily chart is something that I really thought, when I checked this earlier on, because I did record a video but it didn't have sound. I don't know what I did there, but no, with this one here, because of what we were bullish, at some point we did have that as our bullish trend line, and this area of resistance that we are inside right now, if I can just maybe bring a horizontal line so that you can see this area of resistance that we are in, right, is the very same area that when it was formed, it forced the price to go down and take out this. So it's very strong. So it can still cause the price to go down to at least this, or to at least the trend line. Because of what? Remember, it is not just us saying we are inside that resistance. Even on monthly, remember, we are at a very sensitive area. Even on weekly, very sensitive area. Both of them pushing to the downside, right? So this gonna give the bulls a very hard time, and it can still force them to go down to at least this or that, whichever one is hit first. So we need to be careful there. If you're still holding your buy trades, yes, it's been a very smooth ride, but now it's high time that you do what? You lock your profits, you exit most of the profits, because the location where we are, anything can happen. So you don't want to be part of the fight that's about to happen there between the bulls and the bears. All you have to do is just to take your profits, be on the sidelines, wait for the bulls or the bears to win. Whoever that wins, then you will try and search for new trades in their direction. So anywhere here, the price is going to really struggle to go to the other side. And even if it does, it will still be inside the bigger weekly that is also still going to be trying to push them to the downside. But as things stand, you have a very nice bullish trend line, you have a very nice support there, but we can still get something like that because of the location where we are. So let's check our H4 and see how, hey, this was a very nice move, hey? This was a very, very nice move, right? So we do have the same trend line here on our H4, which is still this one here. And now we are inside. This is our what? The next opposing structure or the resistance. We are inside that resistance, and that resistance, when it was formed, remember what it did. Even if I can just take you back quickly, you will see that at some point you did have a bullish trend line there, and once that resistance was formed, it pushed the price all the way down and broke that bullish trend line. So that resistance actually did something, and it is found inside that daily one. It is found alongside that weekly bearish trend line. So I'm definitely gonna take my chances there if I get my confirmation. Remember, some of you like to force trades. If you don't have confirmation, guys, don't jump in. I know sometimes you'll say, I'm waiting for confirmation, and then it doesn't come, and then the price takes off. It's fine. Did you lose anything? No. So rather I miss a trade than for me to just force things just so that I can be in a trade and then I lose that trade. No. If you don't have confirmation, and you are waiting for confirmation, just wait. It's fine. You will miss the trade. It's fine. You'll catch the next one. Rather, you preserve your thing, or you save your money, than to force trades and then be taking unnecessary losses. That's where some of you are losing it. Like you'll grow your account nicely and slowly. All of a sudden, you become this greedy person. So this is our thing. So we are bullish. We have got the support there. We have got a bullish trend line, right? So I'm saying anywhere inside that area where we at, if maybe you were to get, depending on the time frame that you trade, if you are someone that's trade this H4 and you get the confirmation there, whatever that you use is your confirmation, remember you're on H4, you'll be targeting this support. Remember, without a confirmation, you need to look at the both sides to say that is this possible, is that possible, and if this is possible, how do I take advantage of that? If that is possible, then how do I take advantage of that? You must allow the markets to correct you when you are wrong. You must never say be one-sided and say it has to go there, it has to go there, because if it goes to the other side, you won't know how to react. You see? So here I'm saying you get the confirmation up there, you're gonna push it down towards that support, and you need to exit your trades. You can even leave one just in case it continues to go to the downside. Like we said, the area that it is on the bigger time frames is very sensitive, so it can even go past that, right? But with that confirmation, we don't have a trade, because at the same time this thing can still continue to rally and go to the upside. So that's what I can say with regards to this one. So let's get to our H1. If you see, the structure on H1 still looks the same as what we had on H4. You get the confirmation, you're on H1, you're going to exit around that. So let's see if maybe smaller time frames like M15 can't give us anything. So there's nothing here, there's nothing, because even this one will say if you have to get something, it will mean that you need to be targeting that. So on the working on, what do you call this, on M15, this is what we had. Maybe let's say you are waiting for confirmation and then you get this as your what, your bearish engulfing. But remember this, usually I preferred to form on the higher time frames, and those that took the mentorship, they know why. So even here you did have the same thing, but it's still not enough. It's still not enough for you to just execute using this. But otherwise, that's what we are expecting, to say that maybe if the price is to give us something, maybe it will go down to at least somewhere there. So without any confirmation, don't even jump in. But that's all that you can expect from this one. But if it was to go up, continue going up and go above that monthly, this monthly bearish engulfing, then you can maybe get your things until we are inside that. With confirmation, you can keep on buying. But if it doesn't go above that, because we are at a very sensitive area, it can be rejected and go back down. Alright guys, so you can continue monitoring this one throughout the week, and hopefully you'll get some trading opportunities there. So that's all that I wanted to share with you guys. Until we meet in the next video. Thank you.